Here are random celebrity facts you didn't ask for. Bruce Willis lives with a condition where his brain can't recognize what's happening to it. That condition is called anosognosia, and it's linked to certain types of dementia. Because of it, Willis does not know he has frontotemporal dementia. His family has explained that this lack of awareness isn't denial or confusion. It's a neurological effect of the disease itself. He still recognizes his loved ones and remains present in daily moments, but he never connected the changes he experienced to an illness. For those closest to him, this unawareness is both a medical reality and a deeply personal part of his journey. Sydney Sweeney turned a personal frustration into a full-blown business move. Long before red carpets, Sweeney struggled to find bras that actually fit her body, which pushed her to help design something different. That experience became the foundation of Siren, her lingerie brand built around real sizing and versatility. The line offers 44 sizes, stretching from smaller bands to extended cup ranges, and keeps most pieces priced under $100. Instead of one look, Siren is divided into 4 style personas: comfy, playful, romantic, and seductress, letting wearers shift between moods without changing brands. Teyana Taylor learned a career rule straight from Beyoncé that changed how she moves in the industry. Early on, Taylor was told to invest in herself and never take things personally because entertainment is still a business. That advice stuck as she realized that bringing a vision to life often means paying teams, covering production, and putting money back into the work instead of her own pocket. She learned that not every paycheck is meant to be profit. Believing in your vision sometimes means funding it yourself and staying emotionally grounded while doing it. Katie Leung walked into Bridgerton without even realizing who she was standing next to. Before joining the show, Leung hadn't watched the series yet, which led to an unintentionally hilarious moment during costume fittings. She casually chatted with a friendly castmate wearing an elaborate wig, completely unaware she was meeting the actress who plays the Queen. There was no nervousness, no starstruck reaction, just a relaxed conversation. It wasn't until later, after finally watching the show, that it clicked who she had met. By then, the moment had already turned into a funny behind-the-scenes memory. Jodie Foster didn't perform some of her most talked-about scenes in Taxi Driver herself. Because she was only 12 during filming, work permits became an issue once concerns were raised about age-appropriate content. The solution was built into production. Her older sister stepped in as a body double for any moments considered sexually suggestive. That agreement allowed filming to move forward while keeping Foster off camera for those scenes. Looking back, the substituted moments were limited and brief, but the arrangement became a little-known behind-the-scenes detail of one of the film's most famous performances. Adam Scott walked onto the Step Brothers set without a key skill everyone else had. When filming began, Scott had never really improvised before, yet he was suddenly surrounded by seasoned improv performers. To keep up, he quietly wrote jokes on a piece of paper and pulled it out during scenes when he felt lost. It was his way of surviving fast-moving takes where dialogue constantly changed. Over time, he adjusted, finding his rhythm after weeks on set. That unexpected crash course didn't just help him finish the movie, it pushed his career toward comedy from that point on. Yerin Ha almost didn't trust her own audition when Bridgerton came calling. Ha recorded her tape fast, convinced her accent wasn't good enough, then joined a late-night Zoom chemistry read from Korea while feeling completely loopy. Instead of small talk, she jumped straight into the scene, assuming the lead actor must be exhausted from auditions. That no-nonsense approach ended up working. After she landed the role, she read Benedict and Sophie's story in one sitting, and only then did reality hit. Her very first thought wasn't fame or romance, but the show's famously intimate scenes. Emilia Clarke didn't jump back into TV lightly after leaving a world-famous fantasy series behind. When a new spy drama crossed her path, Clarke paused and seriously questioned whether she was ready to lead another show. What tipped the scale wasn't the scale of the role, but the script itself. The story immediately grabbed her, and the creative team behind it sealed the decision. Once casting came together, she also found an instant connection with her on-screen partner, turning the project into something collaborative rather than overwhelming. That combination made the return feel intentional, not rushed. Peter Claffey didn't just meet the creator of Westeros, he got hours of private lore time. As the lead of a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Claffey spent long conversations with George R.R. Martin, talking through favorite scenes, characters, and the world that came before Game of Thrones. The discussions weren't formal lessons or strict guidance. Martin was happy to talk, but when it came to performance, he largely stepped back and let Claffey find his own version of Sir Duncan the Tall. The deep dives were about passion for the world, not instructions on how to play it. Kit Harington didn't shrug off the backlash to Game of Thrones. It actually made him angry. After finishing the series and leaving rehab, Harington learned about a viral petition demanding the final season be remade. The request wasn't just criticism of the story. It directly targeted the writers who spent years building the show. That crossed a line for him. He saw it as dismissing the effort, exhaustion, and long hours poured into the final season. For Harington, the petition wasn't harmless fan chatter. It felt personal and deeply disrespectful to the people behind the scenes.